Your 20s are basically a financial obstacle course where everyone around you is buying cars they can't afford, financing degrees that qualify them to make lattes, and somehow treating DoorDash as a personality trait. Welcome. I'm Stickman. I've spent an embarrassing amount of time studying why some people escape the broke forever treadmill while others just buy nicer sneakers for it. If your bank balance has been haunting the same depressing number for months, like a financial ghost, this is for you. Here are 7 purchases that can actually change your life, not the rented Lamborghini in a thumbnail kind of advice. Real stuff. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a Stickman. Please don't sue me. First, invest in a side hustle. Surprise, side hustles aren't free. Starting one properly usually costs something. A domain, some equipment, a course, tools. But your 20s are the perfect time to take that risk because you probably don't have a mortgage, 3 kids, and a golden retriever depending on you yet. The mistake people make? They try to start whatever side hustle is trending on YouTube instead of building on what they're already good at. Like cars? Start there. Good with tech? Build something. Can take a decent photo? Someone will pay for that. Invest in doing it properly. Half-baked side hustles are just expensive hobbies. Second, index funds in a Roth IRA. This is where things get mathematically exciting or terrifying depending on which side of the decision you're on. $200 per month invested at 22. Growing at around 10% annually equals over $1 million by 67. Wait until 32 to start? You get $700,000 instead. 10 years of delay cost you $300,000. Let that sink in while you scroll Instagram. Index funds are the sensible, slightly boring friend who always shows up. They don't make great stories at parties, but they quietly outperform most actively managed funds, charge low fees, and spread your risk across hundreds of companies. Through a Roth IRA, the gains are tax-free. Every dollar of growth stays yours. Automate the contributions. If you never see the money, you won't spend it on something you'll regret by Tuesday. Third, buy a plane ticket. Yes, really. But strategically not blow your savings for Instagram clout travel. Navigating a foreign city with no plan and a dying phone builds a kind of self-reliance that no self-help book can replicate. You also meet people from entirely different industries and backgrounds who might open doors for you years later. The smart move. Get a travel rewards credit card, use it for normal expenses, and pay it off in full every month. Never carry a balance. Collect the points. Fly cheap. Build your credit score in the process. It's one of the few situations where credit cards are working for you instead of against you. Fourth, books and courses. The cheap kind. Not the $997 course sold by a guy leaning on a Ferrari he rented for the afternoon. Legitimate education books, workshops, online courses that actually teach marketable skills. A $20 book can genuinely rewire how you think about money. A few hundred spent learning to code, understand marketing, or master a trade can increase your income by thousands. Your brain is most adaptable in your 20s, so this is the cheapest it will ever be to learn something new. Knowledge compounds just like money does. Every skill you acquire is in your arsenal forever. Fifth, real estate. Yes, even if you're broke. Before you laugh, hear Stickman out. Real estate builds wealth 3 ways. Properties appreciate over time, rental income can cover your mortgage, and you're using leverage, controlling a big asset with a relatively small down payment while other people's rent pays it off. Can't afford a house outright? Look into house hacking. Buy a duplex, live in one unit, rent the other, or rent out rooms. The goal is to have tenants essentially fund your mortgage while you build equity. It's more hands-on than index funds, but the wealth building potential is enormous. Sixth, boring, reliable transportation. This one might sting a little. That $30,000 financed car you're eyeing, it loses thousands of value the second you drive it off the lot. You'll make payments for 6 to 7 years on something that's worth less every single month. Cars are not investments. They are expensive, depreciating liabilities that smell nice for about 2 weeks. Buy a 3 to 5-year-old Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla. Pay cash if you can. These things run for 200,000 miles if you change the oil occasionally. They're cheap to insure and fix. Now take that $500 per month you're not spending on a car payment and invest it instead. At 8% returns over 30 years, that's $600,000. That's the actual cost of the flashy car, not just the payments, but everything you didn't build. Financial freedom begins with eliminating dumb monthly payments. Car payments are usually the biggest one. Seventh, your health. Everyone ignores this one because the consequences are slow and sneaky. This isn't about expensive gym memberships or tracking your macros with a spreadsheet. It's the basics your 20s make you think you can skip. Decent food, actual sleep, some form of movement that isn't just stress eating. Poor health doesn't just cost you in medical bills later. It costs you right now in foggy thinking, low energy, and an inability to execute on any of the other 6 things on this list. You can have the best investment strategy on earth, but if you're running on 4 hours of sleep and Red Bull, you'll make terrible decisions with it. Think of health as the engine everything else runs on. A well-maintained engine is what gets you to the finish line. These 7 aren't separate decisions, they're a system. Your side hustle depends on your energy. Your investments depend on not bleeding money into car payments. Your travel connections can accelerate your business. Your real estate income can give you the freedom to take bigger career risks. But here's where most people blow it. blow it. They try to do all of this at once, get overwhelmed, and go back to ordering DoorDash and watching car reviews on YouTube. Pick your entry point based on where you are right now. Drowning in debt? Start with a side hustle. Earning well but spending it all? Automate your investments first. Financially stable but stagnating? Invest in education and travel. Build momentum, then stack the rest. Your 20s will pass either way. The only question is whether 35-year-old you is sitting on a foundation you built or wondering where all the money went. Start with one. Today. Stickman believes in you.